Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Your jungle.
A lovely warm welcome and thank you so much for joining us on the main news desk on Prime Television. To present it, my name is Kalan Muchima. A quick look at the headlines. Teachers at Katuba Primary School in Katuba in dire need of electricity. Edgar Lungu warns against illegal land allocation. PF is dead in Shibuyunju district, charges Rainbow Party. In international news, gunmen seize 89 boys from South Sudan camp. Those are the headlines. Join me shortly for the news in detail. For joining us once again, and now the news in detail. Teachers at Katuba Primary School in Katuba constituency are opting to stay outside the school due to lack of electricity. School Deputy Head Teacher Abraham Kabwe says other teachers are choosing to leave the school because there is no electricity. He says lack of electricity has affected operations at the school and there is need for government to address the situation. Mr. Kabwe says the living conditions without power are so hard for teachers that many fail to report in good time for work. He says even absenteeism at the school among teachers and pupils has gone up because there is no power at the institution. Mr. Kabwe was speaking in an interview with Prime TV News in Katuba. He has called on government to connect to the school so that teachers can stay at the school and improve their work.
Out of the total number of 34 teachers, only 11 teachers stay here at this school. The rest are staying outside the school. Some teachers have been living here, but they've moved out. They've opted to go and stay where there is power, where they can succumb to certain challenges pertaining to power, like stoves, fridges, lighting, many of those. If the power is, this school is connected to power, it will maybe help those teachers, maybe it will force them to come back, because most of them are going out because of lack of power here. We have a lot of problem with these teachers who are staying outside. They usually come late, absenteeism, because of the same problem. Because they stay very far where we will not know. Some will tell you we are sick, maybe they're not sick, because they stay very far. But if power is here, that's mostly reason why a lot of them have opted to stay outside the school. We have teachers who are staying in 10 miles, about 5 of them come from 10 miles. We have about 7 teachers coming from 15 miles. We have more than 5 teachers staying in Osaka. So you can see most teachers are staying out of the place because of lack of power.
ZESCO spokesperson Henry Kapata has assured that ZESCO will soon connect power at the Katuba school before the end of this year. Mr. Kapata says ZESCO has benefited from the Eurobond and part of the money has gone towards putting up projects like the Katuba power substation. He adds that ZESCO has put up a 2x15 transformer MVA facility in Katuba that will help provide enough power in the area. Mr. Kapata says the $2.7 million Katuba substation facility will help to connect all schools and many business places in the area. He was reacting to concerns raised by schools of lack of power in the area. Mr. Kapata has further urged people to be patient as ZESCO will connect Katuba to the national grid soon. Meanwhile, Mr. Kapata has charged that the completion of Katuba substation will help promote economic activities in Katuba. Mr. Kapata says there are a lot of companies that have forwarded proposals to build factories and ZESCO will ensure that power is connected. He says once these companies have completed their projects, ZESCO will provide enough power to generate economic activities. Mr. Kapata adds that the coming of companies and power in Katuba will also help create jobs for local people in the area. He was speaking in an interview with Prime TV. Mr. Kapata has also warned that ZESCO will not hesitate to prosecute those that are in the habit of vandalizing ZESCO properties.
Is that ZESCO Limited is one of the beneficiaries of the Eurobond. And so this is a $2.7 million United States dollars project that was of course given to KBH Industrial Limited, a company from India that was purely responsible to put up this facility. Now, as you can see, it is a 2x15 MVA transformer capacity, quite a reasonable, powerful facility to cater for power in the surrounding areas. We have a lot of economic activities happening here. We have people starting up industries. The business fraternity has come on board, realizing that there is such a facility. And so we believe, as ZESCO Limited, that we should be able to address some of those challenges our friends are facing in this area. It's not good at all for our friends to start seeing the transmission lines passing through them, and yet they do not have the electricity which they deserve as well, because they are part of it, and of course they have to be connected to the national grid.
The United Nations High Commission for Refugees, the UNHCR, says it needs about $11 million to implement a priority project this year in Zambia. UNHCR country representative Ro Castro says they need $6 million for the first category. Ms. Castro, however, notes that some European donors have started withdrawing funding for refugee programs in Zambia, stressing that recently the Western world is closing its doors on assistance to refugees, which she says is unfortunate. She explains that the situation has made it difficult for the UNHCR to implement some programs in the country which the refugees and the host community urgently need. Ms. Castro notes that they would like to get into partnerships so that they can do more, adding that they would like to do more if they have sufficient funds.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real, cause you look so free, so let's chill. Have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We continue with the rest of the news. President Edgar Lungu has warned people to desist from engaging in illegal land allocations. Mr. Lungu advised people to follow the laid-down procedures of acquiring land as opposed to illegally allocating land to themselves. President Lungu also warned PF cadres to desist from taking the law into their own hands, but instead respect the law enforcement agencies. Mr. Lungu says he will not condone indiscipline from cadres who are tarnishing the image of the ruling PF. The president says he was prepared to lose the 2016 general elections on account of losing an exodus of indisciplined party members. He has advised the cadres and general party membership to lead by example as the party in government by respecting the police and observe the rule of law. Read Beyond Zambia says it is disappointed with the 2014 Grade 12 examination results. Read Beyond Zambia Programs Officer Sampanda Pisha says despite government claiming that the pass rate was overwhelming as a result of infrastructure development, much remains to be done. Ms. Ndapisha further expressed disappointment that government failed to learn from the 2013 mistakes, saying if not dealt with now, the country may record another decline in the grade 12 pass rate. In the 2014 exams, government schools performed poorly compared to private schools. The opposition Rainbow Party has charged that the ruling Patriotic Front PF is completely dead in Shibuyunji district. Shibuyunji district Rainbow Party chairman Harrison Kapanga has disclosed that the ruling party is no longer a factor in the district. Mr. Kapanga charges that the only strong competitor in the district is the opposition UPND. He stresses that the UPND has done a lot of groundwork in the area, hence the support they are currently enjoying. Mr. Kapanga further disclosed that even if an election was to be held today, the battle can only be between his party and the UPND, as the PF is no longer counted in the district. Mr. Kapanga said this on Friday when Rainbow officials from the province visited the district in their continued party mobilization.
We paid drama vaise benzesa but price akuli olo yamene beze bana tiletera ko ite ni ja kutati ezitabe ya campaign so benzo ganza tibeve mu 3 months za bazachita bose kansi mwendi they are fighting a losing battle. Let me announce this also. Today Rainbow, we are only a month here but we are more popular than PF. If we can go to polls today, they only challenge in the UPND, but if they are not careful, we can be number 1 or number 2. Yes,
We go for another break. International news will be up next.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Now look at what's making headlines in international news. Armed men have abducted at least 89 boys in South Sudan, the United Nations Children's Agency has said. The incident happened in a camp in the northern city of Malako that hosts thousands of people displaced by fighting between the army and rebels. UNICEF says the unidentified gunmen went from house to house and seized boys over the age of 12. Last week, Human Rights Watch accused both sides of using child soldiers, a charge denied by the government. The South Sudan conflict began in 2013 after President Salva Kiir accused his sacked deputy, Riek Machar, of plotting a coup, but Mr. Machar denied the allegation. The UN believes 12,000 children were used as child soldiers across South Sudan last year. Nigerian forces, backed by airstrikes, have seized the northern eastern border town of Baga from Boko Haram, the military says. Retaking the town at Nigeria's border with Chad, Niger and Cameroon is particularly important as Baga was the headquarters of a multinational force of troops from all 4 countries. Boko Haram, an armed group which wants to form an Islamic State, had claimed a January 3rd attack that killed scores, possibly hundreds, and left its fighters in control. In a statement minutes earlier, Olokolande had said that a large number of terrorists had drowned in Lake Chad as troops advanced on Baga. Al Jazeera could not independently confirm the government's report. The fighters appear to be on the run in many parts of Nigeria and regions near its borders after being subjected to a major offensive on all sides. Before we conclude, let's cross over to Al Jazeera for a roundup.
Turkey has sent hundreds of troops into Syria to move a historic Ottoman tomb. Soldiers destroy the site around the tomb of Süleyman Shah, which has been Turkish territory since 1921. They've secured a new site in Syria and will move the relics there soon. Turkish troops guarding the old site were also evacuated. Mansour Hadi, who fled the capital after being forced from power by Houthi rebels, says he's still president. Hadi made the declaration from the port city of Aden, home to a southern secessionist movement. Houthi supporters have rejected his claim to power. Ukrainian forces and pro-Russian separatists have agreed to begin preparations to pull back heavy weapons from the front line. The withdrawal is to be completed within 2 weeks. It comes on the back of a prisoner exchange between the two sides as part of a larger ceasefire deal signed last week. At least 2 people have been killed after a ferry capsized in Bangladesh. The ship reportedly hit a cargo vessel on the Padma River about 40 kilometers northwest of the capital Dhaka. Around 45 people have been rescued so far. It's thought around 100 passengers were on board the ferry. The Nigerian army says it's retaken a key border town from Boko Haram fighters. Baga is near the border with Chad, Niger and Cameroon. Boko Haram seized it in early January. The French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius is visiting Cameroon's president in a show of support for the fight against Boko Haram. His visit comes before a planned offensive next month to be carried out by a regional force. Australia's Prime Minister Tony Abbott says his government will review immigration laws. It follows recommendations made in a report into the siege that took place at a Sydney cafe last year. The report recommends tightening immigration, bail and gun laws. 3 people, including the gunman, were killed in the standoff last December.
Well, that foreign roundup brings us to the end of the main news on Prime Television. Thank you so much for your company. But before we leave you, a retake on the headlines. Teachers at Katua Primary School in Katua constituency in dire need of electricity. Edgar Lungu warns against illegal land allocation. PF is dead in Shibuyunju district, charges Rainbow official. In international news, gunmen seize 89 boys from South Sudan camp. Thank you so much for your company indeed. On behalf of my colleagues, my name is Kalan Mchima, wishing you pleasant viewing. Bye-bye.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.